Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Grand Rising, everybody. And remember, this is a brand new day. This is a new day that your higher power has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. But first thing first, let me get my cash app up there before I forget. Anyway, you guys, uh, I am on a little vacation. I got somebody to watch, bruh. My sister, who I'm mad at, she's watching, bruh, for me. So I'm happy she's at the hospital visiting him, and I had to take a break. So I'm back here in Atlanta, Georgia, you guys. Yes, put my PayPal up there. PayPal me. PayPal dot me slash Oma booking. So many of you, people been asking how they can get my book. I do everything on my own. You just email me and I'll mail you a book. That's how you get the book. The books are $15. That's including shipping and everything is $15, you guys. So PayPal me that Oma booking come. All right, you guys. So grand rising, everybody. Where's everybody at? Come on into Grandmama's house. Yes. How you guys been doing? Yeah, y'all saw that. Y'all saw that I put up yesterday by that article where I think I saw where I think Coleslaw paid somebody to do an article for her, and they say that article, whoever wrote that article, came out of India, so they know nothing about her. She was all over the place in that article. Now, this article was written in August 2022, the one where she claimed she was married to Martell. That ain't been that long ago. What, about 5 or 6 months ago? Yeah, that was where that article was at. But welcome, welcome, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Well, first thing first, you guys, I gotta get the house rules in. Yes, house rules come first, y'all. Yes, welcome. First, y'all. Yes, welcome first, y'all. I do this a lot, you guys. So where's everybody at this morning? It's 8:10 in the morning. Where's all my people is at, you guys? Anyway, house rules. I'm gonna put up house rules. So if ain't nobody here but me, I'm still gonna teach. Still gonna preach. Oh, yeah. And also, y'all saw that article where they said that coleslaw was spotted out somewhere in Tennessee at a Mardi Gras uh what's his name, her old man. Y'all know Martell gonna be around forever. Martell gonna be around forever with coleslaw because she don't demand no respect. She a Sharon. She do everything. Let me get this in. Let's get our thing. Yeah. Grand rising, everybody. Ain't that beautiful? I love to start my morning off with that sunset. And I had dreamt about that sunset many years ago, you know. So anyhow, y'all, grand rising. Come on in this house, you guys. Come on in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Let me get my house rules up here for I keep talking and trying to find my house rules. Yes. All right, here we go. House rules, you guys. Disclaimer, fair use, right? Don't own any songs. If they pop up, I don't own the copyright, none of that to any songs. And everything is allegedly on this channel. Everything for educational, fair use, and entertainment purposes. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, so yesterday, that article that went up yesterday was 6 months old, where I found where Arian was doing a whole lot of show styles and spirit, Grand Rising. Arian was doing a whole lot of lying, and she must have been drunk or something because she was all over the place. One minute she said she was married to Martell with 4 kids. Then you read on down, she got 2 kids by him, and then she was just all over the place. Arian was saying that she was a real estate mogul. Yeah. So anyway, they say that you can pay these people and a little or nothing, and they will print an article for you. They don't know that whatever money talks, but anyhow, nevertheless, it just shows you what goes on inside Arian and the delusion that she's under, the delusion that she make $20 million a year and don't even have a car. That make sense. Don't even have a putt machine. Y'all know what a putt machine? I had plenty of them. Them old school cars my brother used to fix up for me. Shoot, them cars be good cars too. All you gotta do is fix them up. Grand Rising Land, y'all come on in this house. Come on and hit that like button, share and subscribe while y'all coming on in here. So I'm still talking about Arian Curry, you guys. I just couldn't get over that article. I had to. It was 6 months old, but I had to look at this girl. She fed these people this bull that she was married to Martell. And another thing she said too on that article was that she was on the show A Love and Marriage Huntsville. She said, at the time I was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I was his mistress. And then later on, his wife found out that we were together and she divorced him and we got married. I'm like, oh my God. And I don't ever know when she said she went to real estate school and oh wow, that was just full of discrepancy. But I like, well, why are you gonna have 4 kids? Her and my dad had 4 kids. I guess right there, she was in her head, she was Melody at that time. And then, she's doing that bipolar stuff. And then later on at the end of the article, she told the guy that she had 2 kids with Martell. It was full of a lot of stuff. I'm like, I wonder Arian when she was talking to that man about that article, the tabloids about that article. I wonder was she on that Hennessy? Y'all know. Hold on. Hello. I'm live. What's going on? Yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm glad to be back. Y'all know I'm back in Atlanta, y'all. I just had to take a break. And so, my sister, I got my sister doing my brother. She'll sit up there at the hospital with my brother. I just had to take a break and renew myself. I don't know if y'all ever took care of a critical ill patient. It's a lot in there, y'all. Sometimes you have to take a break. But I'm gonna be here in Atlanta like three more days. This actually is my house right here. This is my house that I own right here in Atlanta. But anyway, get back to Arian, you guys. So Arian all over the place. She and she wants to take over this woman life so bad. She want that lifestyle of male, but she can't have it. She can't have it. She want that woman lifestyle. She want everybody to look at her as though she this celebrity. And she always saying that she's a celebrity here in Huntsville. Don't nobody be thinking about her here in Huntsville, y'all. She'll tell y'all that she can't walk down the street without people asking her for her interview. Now, y'all know I know better because I live here. The truth is, people here can't stand her. Do y'all remember when Arian first came on the scene? She would be with friends. All of a sudden, these friends disappear. You don't see these friends no more with her. No, you had them. You had them other people that be on her IG just to be on her IG, just to be messing with her. But anyway, you guys, let me say good morning to everybody. Geneva Harrison, good morning. Miss Aura Hebb, good morning. I say Grand Rising over here because, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about our ancestors. They always says Grand Rising. Grand Rising, may your day be great. When you wake up, may you have a grand day. The Europeans say good morning. Is no, it ain't nothing good about mourning and grief and sadness, y'all. That's what they telling y'all. But anyway, that's just something I wanted to bring up. But let me get into what we're going to discuss today. Today is recognizing your enemies. Y'all know that Stormy came on the scene with Melody. Melody brought Stormy on the scene, whether she want to admit it or not. Stormy got just like the rest of them, unappreciative. So I saw what Stormy was saying. Well, she's not Melody friend. She just associate. That's what she said. And so, I'm like, wow, why do all these people turn on Melody? Not you, Stormy. I had high hopes for Stormy. Like everybody else, all the Scotts and Martell but they're the ones, and Wanda, all of them on there had turned on this girl. This girl, because of her platform, she's feeding everybody. Giving everybody. She created her creation, created bread and butter for all those she chose to bring on the show. Now Stormy is shading her. She just a friend. And God forbid Stormy Mama. Y'all know Stormy Mama been writing stuff about Melody since I seen as far back as 2020, you guys, because she felt like, Stormy should have been on the show from the beginning. Stormy had pitched the show. She always wanted to do reality TV, but they turned her down. So when Melody pitched her show, they finally picked Melody up. And this infuriated Stormy mom, because Stormy mama felt like since her daughter is a millionaire, her daughter should have been the one to be picked up. Hey, Faith, good morning, everyone. She what Geneva say, she can't be Mel. She's Aryan, not qualified to walk in Mel's shoes. You know what, Miss Geneva? I'm wondering why is it that this young girl don't want to create her own and get away from that stigma of being the mistress. It's though she's proud to be a mistress. She's proud to talk under her clothes and disrespect herself. And I don't know why she feel less deserving. She, now they're saying that Martell picked her up and took her on vacation, and she gladly accepted. Y'all know that. She gonna say she ain't going nowhere. She gonna always be there with Martell. But I don't know why she feel less deserving. This goes to show us that there's something inside our daughters we have to teach. We have to teach our daughters self-love, you guys, and the men's too. Yeah, so I'm going to get on to the story, you guys. We're going to start off. Y'all know about these black farmers. I want to start off with them. It's like a modern day KKK hunt is out on these black farmers. Anyway, they're in Colorado. They own over 10,000 acres of land. Y'all know that's a lot of land. And those white people are jealous. It's like a modern day KKK scenery down there because they've been finding livestock dead, and then they've been finding a lot of stuff on their property burning up. So when they complain to the sheriff arrests them. So it made national attention in that they've been harassed so much to finally social media has picked up on it. And they're a young black couple too. So let me find that, and let's start with those ranchers down there. I want to get on this. We're going to do a little politics today. I'm asking you guys, before you vote, please do your research. We as black people gotta stop our ignorancy when it come to voting. And I was trained like that, just vote Democrat all the way down until I got mature and started, looking at the policy as to why is it nothing in this country ever changed for us. Nothing. We vote Democrat, nothing. Not even this stuff with the police, how the police just be murdering our family and getting away with it. Certainly, 90% of us vote Democrat. That's right there should be a topic, and that right there should be something that the Democrat could stop. They could stop it if they pass these laws with these policemen. Now, Biden has passed the law, but Biden is pro-police. That the police don't have to read your rights anymore, your momentum, whatever they call. They don't have to do that no more. They can just come in and do what they want to do with you. That's a law that the Democrats can pass, you guys. Now, the Democrats will tell you that, with this George Floyd Act, they can't pass the George Floyd Act, but that's not true. They don't even need the Congress to vote on that. When those Asian ladies got killed down here in Georgia, in that spot, that white man went in there and just shot up about 10 of them, killed them. Immediately, Biden passed a hate crime bill for that Asian. He didn't go through Congress. He didn't go through anything. But one thing about this, now in the Congress, they say it's 50-50. At that time, when the George Floyd Act, the Congress, it was 50% Republicans and 50% Democrat, aligning the Congress, right? And in order to pass the George Floyd Policing Act, Kamala Harris had to be the deciding factor, right? But she wouldn't do it. She would not do it. She would not tilt that vote in favor of the George Floyd Policing Act, simply because Kamala Harris is a pro-police. When she was in California, she locked every brother up, every woman up she can that was our color. That's her history. Okay, let me go on and do this about these farmers. I done got into the farmers, right? They might be still up there. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Slept good last night. Cause I did. I slept really good. Modern day KKK, black farmers, right? The black farmers, okay? So I feel sorry for this couple, you guys. They hadn't got any help at all when it comes to how they've been treated down there in California. We're gonna get it down. I found it. Let's get it.
Stop telling me you need to stay with your car insurance company longer to get that better deal.
When this commercial go off, sometimes.
Basically, the Mallories have been harassed on their property and on their land.
At that point, it became very clear that they weren't necessarily safe.
Animals poisoned and killed, a couple feeling harassed and terrorized. Huge claims that we'll break down. But first, how do we go from the Mallories being seen as victims to the ones in handcuffs? The El Paso County Sheriff's Office investigated and decided it was the Mallories who were felony stalking their neighbor. We got our hands on the arrest affidavit. It focuses on multiple complaints from the Mallories' next-door neighbor. It's clear there's years of animosity on both sides of this easement road, and it's this road that has been center stage for many of their interactions, like CW and Nicole walking between the properties with their hands up, yelling, "Hands up, don't shoot." The affidavit mentioned a 19-page log that the neighbor maintained with supporting video and photos of each interaction she considered to be stalking. But when it came time for the investigation, it wasn't her cameras pointed at them, But the Mallory's cameras pointed toward her property that deputies confiscated. With the affidavit in hand, we went to the Mallory's ranch. It was a windy day, so we met inside our news car. After talking for nearly an hour, the Mallorys finally agreed to do their first sit-down interview with me.
You removed the only support that I have and the only other eyes I have to try to catch what's going on around me.
CW said the sheriff's office is using video caught on the neighbor's security cameras against him, but his cameras were removed. I asked him why he'd walk by their neighbor's home with hands in the air.
My cows were loose, so we went down there, got our cows, and we pushed them back the way they came out. And as I said, we need to put our hands up and say, please don't shoot us. We're just getting our cows. Please don't shoot. We're just getting our cows.
Let's be clear. I just want to revisit that. Me putting my hands up, us putting our hands up, and is a safety. As an African American,
It's been said a lot that this is a land dispute between neighbors. That's what it boils down to. And that you all or your neighbor could choose to avoid each other because you have so much land. What is your response to that?
let me be clear about something. I do not have a neighbor dispute. My dispute is with El Paso County Sheriff's Department for enabling this behavior.
Nicole says one deputy in particular, who she's filed multiple complaints against, is leading the charge.
In what I believe is a modern day KKK assault against my family.
That's not a small accusation to make, but Nicole says Facebook comments and a community page turned to blatant racism after the sheriff's office got involved. Comments like, "I was amazed at how much property was tagged Black Lives Matter. Didn't expect that kind of in-your-face crap way out here. Let's all go have car issues on that road. And are there any restrictions on size of pitchforks and fire sticks in Colorado?" From there, Nicole says it turned to physical attacks.
Animals being gutted, our lives being threatened, people being sent to our home under threat of lynching, hanging, pitchforks, fire. We had a chicken coop set ablaze.
I asked the Mallorys what the sheriff's office did in response.
Nothing. Actually, I think maybe what happened was they were trying to figure out how to charge us with a crime.
Since the time of Mr. Mallory's arrest, my office has received numerous emails and calls with people voicing concern with how we have handled the Mallory situation.
On Tuesday afternoon, Sheriff Joseph Roybal finally answered questions about the case that's gone viral on social media and shared body camera video painting the Mallorys as combative and unwilling to cooperate in unrelated investigations. But the sheriff's office provided few details about the Mallorys' current claims of harassment and racial discrimination. The one concrete update was the decision by the sheriff to review 24 prior cases. In the end, they reopened 2, one of which involves the Mallorys as the victims. And the sheriff said he more than anyone wants to ensure there is no racist behavior inside his department.
No one would be more eager than I to rid my office of a deputy sheriff who was racist and treating members of the community unfairly.
We started asking the El Paso County Sheriff's Office for records, reports, and interviews 5 days ago. We were denied and given a bill for thousands of dollars. There are many more allegations addressed by the sheriff Tuesday, including a conspiracy about a murdered ranch hand and the arrest of Nicole Mallory nearly 2 years ago when she fired a shot at a process server who had entered her private property without notice. I promise to follow up in more detail tomorrow on Denver 7.
And the El Paso County Sheriff's Office has now decided to release more than 120 pages of records pertaining to cases involving the Mallorys. Unfortunately, that release happened right before this newscast began. So Micah is now combing through those.
These people are under attack, right? They the jealousy come with that land. Because I think they said I forgot 10,000 acres of land that this couple own. And you guys know that historically, it has always been like that. When we own land and when we try to build up anything, this group of mob sanctioned by the government come in and destroy and kill up a whole town of Black people. aka Black Wall Street. Y'all know on Black Wall Street for the 100th anniversary, I went down there with my little group and to pay homage to the 100th anniversary in Black Wall Street. Anybody don't know that what that is? That is where the slaves, when they got free, they purchased land, and they had hospitals, they had airports, they had pharmacies, you name it, they had it on their land. They had doctors, they had lawyers' office, they had shopping center, and then the white people got jealous and went in there and killed up all those people. You got a few of them. It's like 4 survivors to today. They're in their hundreds, and they're in their hundreds, and we went down there to celebrate with them. Now, do you know Biden still refused to give those people reparation? They still begging them. They old now, they 100, 102, 103 years old in front of the Democrat, begging them for reparation because they have not got their land back. They lost generation of they lost generational wealth. That's what they did. Yeah, so this ain't nothing new. When those black farmers down there talk about how they being treated, and the government always approve of trying to get them off their land. Okay, let's just go on, and I just hope that there'll be something resolved before one of them, so before they find one of them dead. Okay. That I'm trying to find it where we went down there. Let me see if I can find it where I went down there. With the 100th anniversary for Black Wall Street. Anyway, okay, we'll keep it moving. Maybe I'll bump into it. So let's see what you guys are saying. Simon said, "You better preach, Black Titanic." Also, Biden can forgive student loans with an executive order and avoid the Supreme Court. Love your commentary. Yeah, he didn't need no executive order. He didn't need no executive order when they gave them billions of dollars to them Afghanistan. He didn't need no executive order when he been giving all these other immigrants reparations. I mean, they done came over here got reparations, y'all. Afghanistan. I forgot the other two ethnic group, but they all, white people coming over here, refugees. They got billions and billions of dollars, and we still begging for reparation for what we went through. Jacqueline Roy, good Grand Rice and all. I stopped being a Democrat 2 years ago. I'm now an independent. So that's the only time I'm gonna tell y'all something. This may hurt y'all feelings, but 99% of black people will get together and unify to keep their damn slave master in progress and in power. Now, 99% of us can vote Democrat. 99% of us can be independent and start our own political somebody and put people in office that's going to do something for our community, for our children. Faith, Black Titanic, thank you for keeping us informed. Our people perish for a lack of knowledge. And you see what they do? They put them black faces up there. And they know who they elect. They elect black people that think just like them, that think that they're not one of us. Right? And so they carry the burden that they slave master children on. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth, in the beginning, I don't know how it changed. We were Republicans in the beginning. The Republicans is the one that freed us. And all of a sudden it changed. I am not neither nor, you guys. Ain't no such thing as voting for the lesser of the two evil. Evil is evil. Y'all turn around and say y'all want to get Trump out because he got a big mouth. Got to remind y'all that got so relaxed in this country. Trump had to remind y'all don't get too relaxed. Racism's still here. All right, and then there go Biden. Trump has never wrote a policy against black people. He got a big ass mouth. Yeah, he do. He a racist too, but Biden, one of them quiet racists, and that goes in there and on that paperwork, right? Policies against black people. That's more dangerous than Trump running off at the big mouth saying ignorant stuff. Some on wealth, exactly. I don't claim either party. I'm independent. Thank you for informing us. Yeah, y'all remember when Ice Cube came in there and y'all just dogged that man out. Ice Cube put up, try to write some kind of policy for reparation. Biden said no, he wasn't finna hear. But the Republicans wanted to hear what we had to say and wanted to approve reparations. But y'all dogged that man out so bad. And the reason y'all dogged him out, why? Because the Republican because he said that the Republican was at least willing to put reparation as a forefront. So now let me keep on moving, you guys. We're going to talk about Tyrese Nichols. We still on politics. This is the George Floyd Act that the Democrats refused the George Floyd Policing Act that the Democrats and the Republican refused to pass. Now that pissed me off when they passed the Asian hate crime. Now I'm not saying that they don't deserve a bill. I'm not. This is just about Black America. I'm not talking about no other ethnic group. I'm not saying they don't deserve nothing. I'm talking about what we deserve. So he just wrote an executive order. Yeah, executive order for this hate crime bill. And y'all know we've been hung, we've been police brutality, hung, every darn thing. We still ain't got no hate bill. But this Tyrese Nichols case is important in that if that George Floyd policing bill would have been passed, it would stop a whole lot of these cops from doing what they want to do. It don't matter what color they are. It don't matter. I mean, y'all saw them with 5 black men that beat that boy to death. They was about the uniform. That's all they were. Blue is all they saw. Okay, he was not their brother to them. But if that reform bill would have been passed, it will deter a whole lot of this abuse and a whole lot of this death. And let me tell y'all who was the deciding factor for this bill when they were voting in office. It was 50% Republican, 50% Democrat, and Kamala Harris. It was the deciding factor with passing this policy. And she wouldn't do it. She would not do it. So then they get up in front. They got in front. She went to Tyrese Nichols' funeral. I'm finna tell y'all, I'm finna show y'all his funeral, how they made a mockery out of that boy's funeral. They were like the Three Stooges was up there. You had Al Sharpton. You had Kamala Harris. You had Crump. All 3 of them got up there, talked about how great they were. I'm like, what is this? When are they gonna mention this boy's name? They got up there. It was like a political rally to vote for them. Okay, let me get to it so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. This is come from TD Hip Hop.
So this is what y'all need to know. Miss Harris, these Democrats that y'all love to vote for so much, refused to decide to pass this bill. But yet now they ready for to get reelected, so they gonna show up in the Black community. Y'all know y'all just, as long as they show up, y'all think that they good for you. They ain't got to do nothing for you, but just show up. Okay, let me prove to y'all what's going on. Check this out. Now, this bill could be passed, but they refuse. With the Senate divided 50-50 between Republicans and Democrats, and President Biden hoping to pass ambitious legislation on the coronavirus, the economy, the climate change, and other policy matters. Miss Harris, y'all see her, right? Miss Harris, that's her. Take a good look at who y'all voted for. Oh, take a good look at this racist Miss Harris, who is vice president, will break any debrading vote, may find herself returning often to the Capitol. There's definitely going to be a demand, I think, in a 50-50 Senate, like I've never seen in the Senate before, said Cory Booker. Now, Cory Booker is a Democrat from New Jersey that introduced the George Floyd bill. Now, I think he's serious, but the rest of them I don't. Let me read it to you again, you guys, so y'all can see this with y'all eyes. The reason that we do not get anything done is because the Biden administration sits up there and block everything. But what they would do, they put it off on the Republicans. And say it one more time. With the Senate divided 50-50, you got the Republicans and the Democrats. And President Biden hoping to pass ambitious legislation on the coronavirus, the economic climate change, and other police matters. Miss Harris, who is vice president, will break any tie-breaking votes, may find herself returning to the control. So you see, they could have passed the George Floyd Act. They could have. They didn't have to vote on it. And then they don't have to vote on it because when they did the Asian hate crime, they didn't vote on anything. Just decided that Biden decided that's what he wanted to do, create an Asian hate crime. All right, we'll keep it rolling, you guys. Let's just keep this rolling because this is who y'all vote for. Just keep voting. So let's go over the George Floyd Act. So this right here says the George Floyd Justice and Police Act of 2021 to hold law enforcement accountable for misconduct in court, improve transparency through data collection, and reform policy training and policy. So let's go over here. The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act of 2021 was a policing reform bill drafted by Democrats in the United States Congress. The legislation was introduced in the United States House of Representatives on February 24, 2021. The legislature armed to combat police misconduct, excessive force, and racial bias in policing. So I'm going to go all the way down here and let's get into the provision. It grants the power to grant the power to the Justice Department, Civil Rights Division to issue subpoena to the police department as part of pattern of practice, investigating to whether there has been a pattern and practice of bias and misconduct by the department. I already know that misconduct will be towards African Americans. Grant to state attorney general to create an independent process to investigate misconduct or excessive use of force to police forces. And then this one says, establish a federal registrar of police misconduct, complaint, and disciplinary action. Enhance accountability for police officers. They need to be made accountable who commit misconduct by restricting the application of qualified immunity. They no longer should have qualified immunity, you guys. Registered federal uniform police officers to have body-worn cameras. They should have dashboard cameras, you guys. And also require state and local law enforcement agencies that receive federal funding to ensure the use of body-worn and dashboard cameras. So, require state and local law enforcement agency that receive federal funding to adopt and discrimination policy and training program, including those targeting or fighting racial police. Now look, this training program they always want to go back to, but they know what they be doing because you got 90% of black people that they pursue, so they know what they're doing. They're after African Americans. They don't give us the same treatment like they do other ethnic groups. Federal police officers from using prevent. Police officer using chokehold, y'all, aka Eric Gardner, right? No not prohibited the issue of no not warrants, aka Breonna Taylor. Change the threshold for the permissible use of force by federal law enforcement officer, reasonably to only when necessary to prevent death or serious body injury. They even come up with just a simple little tail light out there. You end up getting murdered. A traffic stop. Mandate that federal officer use deadly force only as a last resort. Well, that's what they always say. Yeah, I feel for my life. I feel for my leg. That's what they always say. And that escalation be attempted and condition federal funding to state and local law enforcement agency on adoption of the same policy. So, yeah, Marita Gray. Yeah, we want you started on. Yeah, you go teach them about Biden, y'all. Hi, Tracer, Marita Gray, Simone Welter, Tanya B, Vieta Caldwell, Tyra, my little granddaughter, Tyra Daniels, Show Styles and Spirit, Impotentials. You guys hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I'm keeping it moving now. This is big crop term now. This is wait a minute, y'all. Let me show y'all what's going on. This is Tyree Daniels. They made his funeral out of mockery. The funeral was with these three stooges, Ben Crump, Ab Sharpton, and Kamala Harris. This funeral was not about Tyree. It was all about them. This is TD Hip Hop News, TD Hip Hop Media. You guys need to check this young man out. He's very into politics, you know. He is very, very good. Anything you want to know about your politics, you guys need to check him out. That's supposed to be representing you from Ben Crump to Kamala Harris to Al Sharpton, they even brought up Barack Obama. And everyone is so great. Look at all this progress in the midst of so much tragedy. But we're all so great. Look at what we're doing for you right now by holding this funeral, right? Let me play this for you. Okay, let me play some of these clips for you real quick. Let me get into Kamala Harris, okay? Good afternoon, church. Reverend Sharpton, I want to thank you for all you do for so many. There are so many families here who have been personally touched by your leadership and your strength and your fellowship. Reverend Dr. Lawrence Turner, thank you for welcoming us. Keisha Lance Bottom, Mitch Landrew. We are here on behalf of the people of our country and our President Joe Biden. And we are here
to celebrate the life of Tyree Nichols.
So, as you see, Tyree Nichols is the last person on her list. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh, you're reaching, TD. Come on, that was a basic introduction. No. Follow me now. This is not a reach. Now, what I want you to listen to now is how Al Sharpton put himself up on the highest pedestal as if to compare himself to Martin Luther King. Al Sharpton, during this Vote Blue No Matter Who rally, he was making reference to Martin Luther King's final speech in Memphis, right?
Let's get on to Al, y'all.
I want to stop right there, right? He said that he didn't expect you to disgrace him. He expected you to bring him up.
Come on, boy.
Exercise and healthy eating alone doesn't sculpt an hourglass figure, especially if you've got
the new white supremacists. Like, he said it very quickly and very subtly, but he made that point. It was really quick, right? Said what white folks used to do, we do these.
I guess I skipped through all the Al Sharpton, but I just want y'all to see that
No.
They talk about everybody except for Tyree.
Now, what I want you to listen to now is how Al Sharpton put himself up on the highest pedestal as if to compare himself to Martin Luther King. Al Sharpton, during this Vote Blue No Matter Who rally, he was making reference to Martin Luther King's final speech in Memphis, right? The mountaintop speech. You know, in that speech, if I remember correctly, Martin Luther King was saying something to the effect of, I've climbed to the mountaintop and I've seen the promised land, right? I may not get there with you, but, you'll get there without me. He said something to that degree, right? It was almost rather prophetic to a degree, as if he knew he was going to die the next day, which he did. He was assassinated. But I want you to hear what Al Sharpton had to say and how he was able to pivot that into, like, him being so great and how I'm going to climb the mountaintop. I'm a mountaintop climber. This is, like I said, this was about everybody else.
Except for Tyree.
Play this for you right now.
In the car by himself and rode over to Mason Temple, and he started speaking that night, and something came over him. He said that I don't fear any man. He said God has allowed me to go to the mountaintop, and I've seen the promised land. And that's the last speech he gave right here in Memphis when he went to the mountaintop. I believe when he looked over, he could see.
So, y'all, this funeral is, these people made a mockery out of this funeral, you guys. It's all about them. Now, Kamala Harris, she's there because she wants y'all to vote for her. But yet and still they won't pass the George Floyd bill. They refuse to pass it.
See Barack Obama become president. I believe when he went to the mountaintop, he could look over and see Kamala Harris sitting as vice president. I believe.
I'm not sure if when King went to the mountaintop, he saw an Indian woman becoming vice president.
When he looked over from the mountaintop, he saw black police chiefs. He didn't expect you to disgrace him. He expected you to bring us on to the promised land.
Now, before I let him carry on, I want to stop right there, right? He said that he didn't expect you to disgrace him. He expected you to bring him over to the promised land. There's this effort that you see, and it's not just from people on the right? We've been seeing this. We're seeing this now from the people on the quote left as well, like the Al Sharpton, right? To make this some sort of a black-on-black crime issue when it wasn't a black-on-black crime issue. It had nothing to do with the dream of police and climbing to the mountaintop or anything like that. This is a rogue police unit that did what rogue police units do. Like the Red Dogs in Atlanta, to here with the Scorpion unit, and other police units of this nature that have existed throughout the years and that still exist now. This kind of stuff happens all the time with these rogue special police unit teams.
Nichols get justice. I'm gonna climb until Eric Garner gets justice. I'm gonna climb until we change the laws.
He said, I'm gonna climb. It's all about him. This is not about Tyree Nichols, you guys. I'm gonna just, oh boy.
We're mountain climbers. We're not day traders. We're mountain climbers. And if God be for us, it's more than the whole world against us. He walks with me. He talks with me. He tells me that I'm his own.
See, black people love all that old hollering and shouting, all that. And he ain't saying nothing. Okay, you guys, I just want to get closer here. These are the cops right here. These are the cops that 5 former Memphis officers charged over Tyree Nichols' death. And I just want to show y'all that this funeral right here, they made a mockery. The 3 Stooges. And I know his mother was not pleased.
Yeah, you guys, y'all saw that? And I didn't want to play Crump. Crump went on for 30 minutes. I'm like, when is this man gonna talk about Tyree Nichols? Crump went on for 30 minutes. That's TD hip hop. Let me read some of what y'all are saying.
This is the Tyree Nichols.
Okay, Miss Simon Weather said they're consistently playing in our faces forever. Respectfully, why isn't Al Sharpton being Crump helping people before they end up unalive? That couple getting harassed needs their help. No, they don't. No. I'm gonna tell y'all who put being Crump on blast. Tamir Rice's mother. She fired him because he told her that she couldn't get up there talking unless she said she forgive that white officer that killed her son. So, being Crump, or he talking about something, yeah, you ain't gonna get no money talking like that. So being Crump, he an ambulance chaser. If there's no money, no sure money, and he's not taking the case. AKA that UPS driver said he called Crump where those white people were shooting after him. They even chased him all the way down the freeway, and Crump would not take the case. So Jacqueline Royal say Al Sharpton recently admitted that he started out as a police informant. Yes, he went on and admitted that live, even during the time that Martin Luther King was killed, you guys. Yeah, they plotted that. Some of those black people in that camp plotted that, AKA Al Sharpton admit that he was an informant at that time. Yeah, I was trying to find that video, y'all. I got to find it and let y'all see it. Impotentious. Hey, L. Warner. Ain't saying nothing. You're right. Now, Impotentious, Malcolm X said, I have more respect for a man who lets me know where he stands, even if he's wrong, than the one who comes up like an angel and is nothing but a devil. And that's one of the reasons why Crystal Amos, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a Trump fan, but I could have more respect for him. He a racist. He letting y'all know that he is a racist. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what is this right here. It's a little bit of Crump, I think. All right.
This is Big Crump term now.
Casio Montez. We got Paula Barris. We got Hunter Dempsey. We got Amber Sherman. We got L.J. Abraham. We got Frank Godwin. We got Pam Moses. We wouldn't be here without you activists, so thank you. We would not be here.
Y'all, this is a mockery. This man took over 30 minutes talking about himself. Now, this supposed to be a funeral. Tyree Nichols barely has been mentioned in this funeral.
A lot of times we always acknowledge the people the high positions, but it's the people who on the ground, on the front line, like you talking, Reverend Al, who make the difference.
We Black America went from Martin Luther King to Al Sharpton, Johnny Cochran to Ben Crump.
No, it's not a funeral. It was a vote blue no matter who rallied. They took over this man's funeral, poor Terry. They took this man's funeral over and turned it into a vote blue no matter who rallied. This is not a funeral, as you all can clearly see. Now, real quickly, I want to thank those that are showing love for the channel. Your contributions are always needed, necessary, and much appreciated, and I'm very humbled by it. The 6-4, thank you very much. He said we Black Americans went from MLK to Al Sharpton, from Johnny Cochran to Ben Crump, from getting to the mountaintop to walking over a cliff. That is for sure the truth. Thank you very much. Broken Tradition said showing support to one of the best in Black media. I appreciate that, Broken Traditions. I really do. Thank you. I tried my best, to put forth, the information that you all want to see and hear. Also, AV Promotions, thank you very much. AV Promotions said, why do I feel the empty promises in the air with this political rally? Oh, there's going to be an empty promise coming up right now. And that's the second portion of the stream that we're going to get into, is because this then would go on to pivot to reselling Black Americans on the George Floyd justice and policing bill, right? That's what this then turned into. After all of the patting one another on the back and talking about how we're so great and we're all so amazing. Kamala's amazing. Oh my gosh, she doesn't have to be here, but she's here with Tyree's mother because she's so amazing. Look, me, Ben Crump, I'm just phenomenal. I'm here. We're all here. It pivoted from that into trying to resell the George Floyd justice and policing bill. Let me get into some of that for you right now. And right before I do that, thank you very much, King.
Yeah. So that now this is what they're trying to do. Now they're trying to tell y'all. Now, since the Republican now is the majority, now they can come out and say, the Republican won't pass any bill concerning the George Floyd bill. When all the time from the beginning they had it and they could pass the George Floyd policing, but they refused. And they could pass the reparation, but they refused. Okay, now we're finna get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm just gonna let it play on out because it's gonna lead on into Kamala Harris and some of the stuff that she has done. Now, this is about recognizing your enemy. Stormy Steele come out and say that she is not Melody friend. She is just an associate of Melody. I'm telling you, Lord have mercy, Melody. Man, have mercy. Okay, recognizing your enemies and setting boundaries. That's what I gotta find. I'm going to my vault and find that, y'all. Recognizing your enemies and setting boundaries. And sometimes your enemies could be your own family members, y'all. Yeah, your own family members. Sometimes you gotta set boundaries with them. Let me find it, and then I'll be back with y'all. Recognizing. Oh, I started out with Love and Marriage. Here it is. Start off with that, but I'm gonna go keep it rolling. Then we're gonna discuss it after the whole video is over with.
But what she do, she ignored. She ignored this immature behavior. The owner of the Black Titanic, hit that like button, share and subscribe. Remember, eagles flies with eagles. All right, now hit the like button, share and subscribe. This is Arthur Omer, and remember, eagles fly with. So let's start with this friend right here. We're talking about when friends become your enemy. Let's analyze this situation. Melody is sharing with this girl that Martell went and exposed her medical report to his baby mom. And then he called her Arian's name. However, Arian gonna make it sounds as though he was in the heat of passion when he called her by her name. But Melody says she didn't care about that. She's over it. And so Stormy gonna say, hey, do you think it's real or do you think it's fake?
when he called you arrogant. Let's look at this friendship. Friendship ought to involve a strong emotional bond between people. As long as the friendship is healthy and striving, that bond is a good thing, right, y'all? But when a friendship takes a turn for the worse, that bond makes it hard to have a clean break. So this friendship took a turn for the worse because the recording was leaked somehow, but it was just something innocent and righteously so. After Amel evaluated situations in her head, she had been recorded before. Her children had been recorded before. So she had a valid reason of thinking, well, who recorded that? And most likely she was feeling like it was Martell. But Stormy Mama took it and ran with it. So, do she have a clean break with Stormy? This can lead to former friends being open enemies. If you feel that you're in a situation, you have to identify the signs of an unfriendly friend. Let go of the friendship. Neutralize any negative action that your friend takes against you. And so Melody tried to neutralize the action that the friend took against her, but she said, look, I was not talking about nobody that was in my house about this recording. Yet and still, Stormy, Mom, they double down. And Stormy double down, so she is not going to check her mama. Her mama is grown. We're talking about friends that now has become their enemy. Their whole conversation is about Mel, but there's no rekindling this relationship. Obviously, when a person talk about you behind your back, you know that that's not a good sign. Mel had decided to let go. Let go of these friendships. She is no longer friends with these people. She says she's not friends with them, you guys. Yeah, she had to let go of them. If you have a friend that you have decided now is your enemy, you have to let go of the friendship. This means releasing the good times and the bad times. And that's what Markel was trying to do. He invited these people on the vacation in Florida. Tisha over there. And, he was just trying to remind them of the good times that they used to have. But there was no turning back. This process will never happen again with Mel. She have created some kind of moving ritual of moving you guys out of your life. Yeah, Destiny. You're saying, oh yeah, we able to be cordial at all. But the fact is, Mel has had this moving ritual. She has been moved you out of her life, and Stormy, you're on your way out the door too. Do something that symbolizes the end of the friendship. And that would symbolize the end of the friendship, I think, that can never be rekindled is when Destiny called her mama a pimp, said that she was pimping Mel out. And when Tisha was talking about her daughter, Tisha and her mother was talking about her kids, the little host kids, talking about their hair, telling Sugar Mama that she shouldn't have had Sugar Mama. Tisha telling her she shouldn't have had Sugar Mama, and she married to the man now. Yeah, stay focused. Yeah, Melody, you gotta stay focused on these people. Cause if you dwelling on the past, it would drain you. That's why she had to protect her energy, because that's all they do is dwell on the past. That energy is exciting to Tisha. Tisha and her husband lay every waking hour talking about Mel. Yeah. But Mel is an example
of someone that had made peace in her life. Yeah, move on out. Letting go of that friendship. She have neutralized this enemy. She have let go of all of y'all, and y'all still talking about this lady. She has overlooked a lot of drama coming from you ladies, as much as possible. An enemy that was made from a friend is likely to be holding on to some type of grudges. All these women have grudges against Mel, and for what? They may try to upset her, entice her to arguing and bicker with her all the time. But what she do, she ignore. She ignored this immature behavior, and she focused on conducting herself and her business, being respectful in the eyes of the community. She's been polite in social situations to all of these ladies, yet they have, she has set clear boundaries. That's right, Mel. Mel has set clear boundaries with her enemies. No more rekindling a relationship with you girls. This is Jerry.
Okay, we'll stop it right here for now. Y'all know right there, that was Martell Hope's Inez wine launching, the second one that was in Huntsville, Alabama. Now y'all saw how all of them was gathered around, and y'all guess who they was talking about? Mel wasn't even there. Mel. Right there, they at the Inez wine. Mel not even there on that Inez wine event. Of course, Martell wanted her to be there, but she didn't show up. And they were out there up there on that mountain talking about Mel. All four of them, including Tiffany. Tiffany, of course, Destiny. You know Destiny and Tisha. They were talking about her real bad. But I'm saying that none of these people is this girl's friends. I don't get it. I still don't get it. I say the same thing over and over and over because it's just beyond me as women how we couldn't have compassion for Mel. They dogged Mel out at her greatest need. When Martell was taking Mel through all that drama, all that domestic violence, they took a knife and stuck it in that girl's heart. All those women did. Every last one of them on that show did. Neither one of them had compassion in their heart for that woman. Now, Stormy wasn't there when they needed that contract for, I keep forgetting, what is it, 37 acres? Stormy and Tiffany was not a part of that. So I don't understand them too. Why are they shading her? Now we know that Tisha mad and Kimmy mad because they lost a lot of money when Mel dumped out from that 37 acres. They were counting on that. They were counting on that for this woman to feed them furthermore with them 37 acres. And when she pulled out, everybody else pulled out. Don't nobody want to deal with them when it comes to business, y'all. So we have to set boundaries in any relationship, even with its family members. And I'm just learning this as old as I am, because you love your family and you want your family, but sometimes you just gotta cut that cord. In particular, says, I'm glad that Melody knows how to be selective in her battles because nothing can bring you greater peace than to mind your own business. As Melody would say, mind the business that pays you. Show Style say you have to cut that cord. Yeah, and you got to have boundaries too. I'm like I told my sister, look, you will no longer disrespect me. You will no longer cuss me out because you drunk. You use that as a security time. You get drunk. You want to fight. You want to cuss me out. I've been going through this for 40-something years, y'all. It's time. 40-something years. I've been going through being cussed out, trying to hit me upside my head, beating on me. And then I don't fight back. All I do is just cry because she's my sister. But I'm tired. I'm just tired. I can't take it no more. And then when you get sober, she's sober now, y'all. She's sober now. So she, can you forgive me? Oh, just forget about that. Just forgive me. And then I usually forgive, but this time I said, no, I can't handle trying to deal with my brother who is critical ill and your extra drama too. That thing is gonna have me drowning. So I just told her, I'm just gonna keep my distance from her. That's all I'm gonna do. So we have to have boundaries, even when it's family member. Don't do like I do. Go to 40 years of people disrespecting you. 40 years of people trying to be violent with you. That don't do like I do, y'all, until you find just because for the sake of family. No, 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 family too. You gotta cut them off. Okay, we're gonna get on. We're gonna move on along, you guys, because I'm still talking about females. And this second issue is still on the same video. We're talking about sisters now. This sister right here had a child, and her child had sickle cell. And Kamala Harris wrote this bill, this truancy law. She said that if she didn't do that, these kids are going to be criminal and terrorize the society. And y'all know who she was talking about? Black children from kindergarten on up. She put that bill out to have the parents arrested because she said that would prevent a lot of these children from being stalkers in the community, criminals in the community. But what she did wrote the truancy law that if children don't show up to school, you can arrest the parent. My mother was a victim of that because my sister had leukemia. So my sister stayed in the hospital a lot. Now this lady, black lady, it happened to her. Her daughter either had sickle cell or whatever, but they arrested her because of Kamala. So we're gonna get on that. But it's just strange how Kamala bill only affect African American women and nobody else. Here we go. One of the black mothers that has been affected by the truancy law with Kamala Harris. You guys voted for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is not one of us. Sometimes she's Indian, sometimes she white, sometimes she Asian, or she turned black when she needed us to vote for her when she ran for president in 2020, I believe. But anyway, this is Kamala Harris has the worst law when it comes to locking up African Americans. But here is Mrs. People telling you how she was affected by Kamala Harris. Everybody knows that Kamala Harris was a prosecutor in California. If you go in front of her, she's gonna lock you up. My stepfather, my newborn son at the time, father woke me up after a long night of non-sleep, being up with my colicky son. Shui, somebody got the door for you. And I thought he said the police, when you have sleep pops up, you're really not paying attention. And I go down the stairs, and to my belief, it was 2 police officers in front of my door. So they said, "Are you Sheree People?" So I said, "Yes." And they told me I was under arrest for truancy for Shayla Rucker. I'm like, truancy for Shayla Rucker? My face it didn't make sense to me. I couldn't put it together in my mind because I know I just had meetings with this school. I know I did. I'm like, I just had a 504 plan. We just had an IEP meeting because they just denied her IEP. And I'm like, I just talked to y'all, and I'm thinking, they were there to help me. And he said, "No, Miss Peoples, I have a warrant for your arrest." I said, "So you telling me you're going to put handcuffs on me?" He was like, "Yeah, it's the law." I'm like, okay.
So I said, can I use the bathroom here? He was like, yeah, you can use the bathroom. Go upstairs. I used the restroom, and all I could think about is like, I don't have no thoughts. I didn't know what to think at that time. I just was, all I could do was just shake my head like, oh my God, I'm going to jail. That's all I kept saying. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Like, for truancy, I understand going to jail for something I did. That I stole something or I hurt somebody. I can understand going to jail for that. But going to jail behind something I have no control over, I just couldn't put two and two together. It just didn't seem right. So I proceeded and I kissed my son goodbye. I asked the officer if I can kiss my son, and he was like, yes. And, they was trying to be extra polite to me. And I couldn't understand it. Like, why are you trying to be so nice and making sure I get my cell phone, making sure I have a jacket and so I can call upon release? I just didn't get it. I was so lost. So they made sure I had my things. I proceeded to go down the stairs, and before they opened the door, they put the handcuffs on me. And I could just feel the coldness from the cuffs and the sound. I don't see how people could just get arrested and be okay with it. But he opened the door, and it was really bright outside, and the sun was beaming right in my face. And my door faces east, the same way the sun rises to the east. And I can hear this clicking, click, 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 click. And I looked, and it was cameras and people taking pictures and all kind of just people. Officers, people in uniforms, people in regular clothes, people. It was just a lot of people. I thought, like, if you would have just looked around like I was Jeffrey Dahmer or I had murdered somebody, as many people as it was. They had social workers to take my son away if somebody wasn't there to care for him. And I was like, wow, all of this for little old me? Even the worst criminals don't get this sometimes, So they took me down to Savannah. They booked me. It was so funny because the officers even left a warrant at the police station. So they had to go all the way back to get the original warrant before they can even process me. So I just sat there in a holding tank until the officer go back and get the warrant. I sat there in that jail cell talking so much. Ooh, excuse my language, boy out. So what you're looking at is Kamala Harris, how she really feels about the Black community. You guys voted this woman in office. Her mass incarceration record is just really ridiculous when it comes to locking up Black people. She supports the 3-strike law. She does. She failed to support progressive measures when it comes to reforming the justice system, because she was part of that lock them up, lock 3 Black folks up. So in 2010, a memo went out showing that Harris deputies in the DA office knew that a police laboratory technician had been accused of intentionally sabotaging work, stealing drugs from the lab, and withholding information from the defense lawyers. This is the kind of stuff that Harris was doing. Over 600 cases had to be thrown out because of Harris and these corrupted technicians. They were dismissed. Now, under the mass incarceration, people became aware that mass incarceration was a failed experiment, especially for Black people. Harris failed to support that progressive measure that would have elevated
elevate some of its impact. Now, in some cases, she was the DA in California, and Harris, she will lock you up for a little of nothing. What about in 2016? When Michael Brown and Eric Garner had been killed by police officers, sparkling national protests and marches, Harris opposed a bill requiring her office to investigate fatal police officer shooting. She refused to support statewide standard for body camera. Well, Martin Luther King wrote, he said, I've seen all this police injustice. I have seen it and I know what it has done to our people. Then Harris turned around and she wrote, yeah, let's go back over there. Dr. King wrote in 58, I had seen police brutality with my own eyes. Watch Negro receive the most tragic injustice in the court. Harris turned around and tried to copy it. She said, America has a deep and dark history of people using the power of the prosecutor as an instrument of injustice. Harris says, I know this history well. An innocent man framed, charges brought against people without sufficient evidence of prosecuting. I know this well. How prosecute hide information that would exonerate defendant. And I know it well of the injustice. But anyway, as the law professor said, Harris, as a prosecutor, did every one of those things. And when called to account, Harris would defend her office and fought to keep victims behind bars. Time after time, Harris fought tooth and nail to uphold wrongful conviction that had been secured through official misconduct. Also, people that they were proved to be innocent locked up. Decades proved to be innocent, she would keep them behind bars. Then after they got out, she fought to keep them from getting reparations. This is who y'all vote in office. The 3-strike law is what she support. Now Biden, she was the best ticket for Biden. They got the same record, you guys. Biden is not your friends. Harris is not your friends. Sometimes she black, sometimes she Asian, sometimes she white. Whatever the wind goes and however it benefits her. You guys voted this woman in the office, and let me tell y'all something. Biden has voted into law that police officers don't have to read your rights anymore. Biden had voted into law that we would not get no reparation, but he given reparation to Afghanistan. He have given reparation to Asian. He have given reparation to every group there is that they're not even Americans, and they receiving millions and millions of dollars. Jim Crow, Biden is what I call him, stood in the front of the school step and said, no way will my children, white children, will be integrating with you. This fits you black kids. This woman right here is a victim of Kamala Harris. Cheryl People is her name. She'll be talking crap. All of them women in there could have been pissed off ready to fight me because I was in there talking crap. No, the heck they didn't just arrest me. I can't believe this. My daughter has sickle cell. I was in there talking mess. They released me that same day. So this woman was arrested because her daughter had a debilitating illness, sickle cell anemia. She had all the documents to prove that her daughter had been in the hospital. Yeah, Kamala Harris ordered that this woman, along with many other black women, be arrested.
elementary school kids, black kids from elementary school that she had labeled criminals. She claimed that's why they needed to be locked up. The mothers need to be locked up because they would be most likely the one to be criminals. These black women was cry and weep because they had to document that their children had sickle cell anemia. Their children was hospitalized all this time, yet she locked them up. Yeah, she know all too well all these hidden information that would exonerate defendants like these mothers. Yeah, so Harris as DA, she time after time when progressive urged her to embrace this criminal justice reform as a DA, she would oppose it. Most troubling, Miss Harris fought tooth and nail to uphold wrongful conviction that had been secured through official misconduct that included evidence tampering, false testimony, and the suppression of crucial information by prosecution. It should matter to us that Harris, the ardent criminal justice reformer, not only did little to enact this reform during her years as a prosecutor, but she backed harsh punitive policies that affected our community, you guys. This is who you voted for. This is why she said she is not going to give black people reparation along with Joe Biden. This voice you hear is Kamala Harris when she's talking about her record as being a drug lord.
Did not know about it. They said they did not know about it. The debacle has since led to the dismissal of.
Okay, let's just go.
Her office appealed the dismissal of the case in which a prosecutor had fabricated a confession to secure a conviction and fought an appeal in a case where a prosecutor had lied to the jury during trial. In 2015, Harris tried to stop the removal of the Orange County District Attorney's Office from a murder trial after it repeatedly failed to turn over evidence to the defense. Her office even tried to keep a man in jail who had been wrongfully incarcerated for 13 years after a judge ruled that he had proven himself innocent just because the man hadn't delivered that proof quite fast enough. And as San Francisco
Did y'all hear that? This man, they had proved that he was innocent. He spent 13 years under her. She prosecuted him, and then after he was proven innocent, this woman still kept him in jail.
Harris hid known misconduct by a crime lab technician who admitted to deliberately tainting evidence.
Do prosecutors working under you know about the concerns about that lab? Prosecutors, which is what the judge alleged,
did not know about it. They said they did. The debacle has since led to the dismissal of hundreds of criminal cases.
Yeah, these cases, a lot of cases had to be thrown out because she had these criminals working in the lab, and she knew that they would be falsifying information to convict black people, you guys.
Yeah, so all of that's just why she fit so well with Joe Biden, because both of them had the same record. Joe Biden wrote the street strike law, y'all. Y'all know the street strike laws where Clinton was in office at the time, but Joe Biden wrote it and Clinton signed it. So that's what y'all dealing with. I'm telling you guys, do your research. Quit going just because they say they're a Democrat. You going down there and vote because they Democrat. Don't do that. Look at what's on their policy. Look at these people. Find out who y'all putting in office. Anyway, I'm getting ready to wrap it up, but let me just hear what you guys are saying. And don't forget, set boundaries, you guys. Boundaries. People ain't going to respect you. You got to set boundaries. You can't keep allowing people to disrespect you, even if they're family members. Show Styles and Spirit said, you're so correct about setting boundaries with everybody, including family. Jacqueline Royer, I have deep and wide respect for you for being so woke. Thank you, babe. Hey, Linda Gambo. I was wondering where you was at today. Anyway, you guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, share and subscribe. Go back and and y'all go back. It's like the last 6 videos I put up. Could y'all please go hit like? They're kind of low. Demita Joe McCullough. Good morning, Oma. Oh yeah. Oh, good morning, Demita. Y'all know it's some girl sent me a cash app. Let me see. I took a picture of her name so I won't forget her. I be telling y'all that I don't do reply with Cash App. I do personal because I had to learn my lesson. Somebody sent me like $10 or $5 or something, and I pushed reply. Then after that, they were stealing my money. So I don't do that no more. If I get a Cash App, I'll thank y'all personally. If I don't remember your name, just thank you for the Cash App, you guys. But this young lady, I'm trying to find it. This young lady, I want to just say thank her for her cash app, you guys. Thank y'all. Thank all of y'all. I had put it down. I guess I don't know what I do with it. But anyway, young lady, thank you for the cash app. It's 2 of y'all. And one of y'all said this is for snacks at the hospital, and then the other one just sent me a cash app. So thank you, babe. When I find your name, I will give you a shout out. Anyway, you guys, I'm finna say goodbye. I'll be back in Huntsville at the end of the week. I had to take a break, you guys. I did. I'll be back at the end of the week in Huntsville. But you guys, I'm going to tell y'all something. This Love and Marriage Huntsville show, I hope that when they come back, I hope we don't have all this toxicity going on, you guys. I'm just tired of this toxicity and everybody want to ride male coattail. Everybody want to ride her coattail and want her to feed them, but then they turn around and dog her out. So we got to set boundaries with these people. She paying them dust right now. She know they're not her friends no more. She paying them dust. And I hear a lot of people say she should leave. Why should she leave a show that she create? They should leave and get new people in that will be supported, new people in that's gonna show their greatness and they black excellence. And potential will say, love you, Black Titan. Hey, Demita. God bless. Show Styles. Speaking to Linda Gamma. Let me go back up. I don't want to miss nobody. I'm gonna shout all of y'all out. And then I'm finna get out here. Hey, y'all, I'm going over Lady P. I don't know if y'all remember Lady P. That's my home girl. We going out for lunch today, and she got this little young man, so she don't have time for me. I think she about 69 or 70. Her boyfriend 40. Whoa, Lord. She don't like men's her age, and I be telling her I date a man my age as long as he ain't wearing no pampers. I don't want no man with no pamper on. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all, this may be funny, but I don't want no man wearing no pampers. And then you can tell when they got them on, because when they be walking to you, you can hear them just crunching. No, don't give me no man with no pampers. But I don't mind them being old. But she like young men, so more power to it. You know, they seem to be happy together. He be paying her bills for her, honey. Yeah, he be paying that woman bill. But anyway, y'all, that's just a little fun I was gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna go pick her up and we going out for lunch. Yeah, Geneva, she can't be male. I read that. Faith. Simone Wealthy. You know, some of you guys are new, but welcome for being here, you guys. I thank y'all. Jacqueline Royer, Faith. Hey, Marita. I recognize Marita Gray. Simone Wealthy, Marita again, Tracy Williams. I'm giving my shout out. Tanya B, Vieta, Tyra Daniel, my little grandbaby, Show Styles and Spirit, Impertentuous. Oh, happy Tuesday. Thank y'all. Today the 21st, right, y'all? Hey, Queen William, 1982. Love you back too. Nosy Rosa Graham. Hey, babe. I didn't know you was here. Krista Amos, Jacqueline Royal, L. Warner. I'm just going to make sure. Show Styles and Spirit. Jacqueline Royal, Linda Gamble. Y'all know that's my Linda Gamble. My Linda. I know when Linda Gamble ain't here. Anyway, you guys, I'm finna tune out and get dressed and just gonna have me a great day today. I'm gonna enjoy my little week because I gotta go back at the end of the week and get back to the hustle of taking care of my brother, y'all. Anyway, thank everybody. Miss Eda's not here today, but Miss Eda usually asks me about my brother. But thank all of you guys, and thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all for supporting me. Y'all don't know how much it feels. Y'all know why I started doing this. I was scammed out of thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, it was thousands of dollars. So I had hired this girl claiming she was a producer, y'all. They were gonna produce me, put me on the internet and all that. Took my money and ran. So I said, well, I'll just do it myself. I'm just going to start doing it myself. But y'all know I had something new involved. I bought an extra phone and got another phone number for, we're going to do call-ins. And I turned around and left the phone on the table in Huntsville. But anyway, when I get back to Huntsville, we're going to do call-ins. I'm going to give y'all a link and I want y'all to call me while we live. I already got the phone. I got the number. I got everything built up. Call me while we live and we gonna chat, okay? Anyway, thank y'all. Good day. And put my cash up in case y'all want to send me some. I'm good. Anyway, I thank y'all. And I'm just putting my cash up there anyway. Black Titanic. And then what else? PayPal me. What y'all gonna do the rest of the day, y'all? What y'all gonna do? But if y'all don't do nothing, that PayPal me / I want y'all to be happy, okay? Just be happy. I don't know. That thing popped up. I don't know if y'all seen that or what. That thing popped up. Anyway, y'all be happy today. Y'all just be happy. And then I'm going to tell y'all somehow you could be having a great day. All of a sudden you get a phone call and something to just mess up your day. So protect yourself against those vampires that be trying to steal your energy. Just say, oh, no, not today. No, not today. You ain't finna mess up my energy. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Have the rest of the day. Bye, y'all. Miss Letitia Hunt, bye. Lizzie Wheeler, where y'all?